So I just got done recording this little podcast life update type thing. I had to make a few cuts because the webcam kept dying out. Hopefully you don't mind, but it's kind of just one long stream of consciousness, caffeine fueled rage of talking in circles about my life and all that stuff. So enjoy. Maybe sit down with a cup of coffee and drink with me, if you will. But yeah, enjoy. All right. Play the actual podcast now. So exactly a year ago today, I started a podcast. I called it Please Shut Up. The idea was it was just going to be me talking in my room. The first episode was me talking in my room. I skipped all my classes at school and just sat back, drank some coffee, and talked a bunch. And then the second episode, I had my friend Josh on. And from that point forward, it was Josh and I either talking to each other or interviewing other people. And it was really fun. In total, I think we did 19 episodes, and it was a great experience. But I really miss having these long-form conversations, or I guess in this instance, monologues, just me talking to myself. And I think in some sense, that's what being a YouTuber is just being able to talk to yourself, which I think if I have enough coffee, I can do pretty well. Not sponsored, but yeah, so I just wanted to give a little bit of a life update. I have some exciting stuff going on. Just turned 23 years old. I just got a horrible haircut from Lady Jane's. I'm thinking about pursuing a court case against them. It was so bad because I've went there twice and they've screwed up my haircuts the past 2 times. And I always show them a photo of, it's actually a photo of one of the Jonas Brothers, of the haircut that I want. And this time I specifically went in and said, hey, I kind of have a weird shaped head. This is what went wrong the last time. Can we just make sure that this doesn't happen again? And sure enough, lo and behold, she screwed it up horribly. And it was just like, this is so frustrating because I paid $25 for this haircut when I could have just done it out back and just shaved it myself, and it would have looked just as good, if not better. It also kind of highlights that my hairline is beginning to recede, which is, I guess, a fact of growing older. So, yeah, that's fun stuff. But I want to talk about something really exciting. I am going to Europe, and I don't even really believe that when I say it, but it came about because one of my friends, Dom, who I used to play Xbox with, we text a lot back and forth, and one day he said something about coming to Manchester with him and John, his roommate, who I also played Xbox with. I texted him the next day. I'm like, how serious were you about that? Like on a scale of 1 to 10? I think he said 99, so I was like, oh my gosh, he's actually kind of being serious. And I bought the plane ticket. Well, actually, I didn't immediately buy the plane ticket. I was like mulled it over in my head for a while, and I was looking at the prices. I'm like, this is expensive. And then I made that video, the You Deserve a Fresh Start one, and I was feeling really good about things, really good about YouTube. And then I got sick for a week and a half. And actually, the precursor to that was I was trying to give up coffee or just kind of cut back on it. And because I was getting towards like 3 cups a day, which is kind of a little bit too much, I think. And I had a few days where I was only having like 1 cup and I felt really good. I felt like a normal person. I wasn't super high energy. I was just kind of relaxed. And then I got super sick for about a week and a half. And now I'm just drinking coffee like crazy again because I think that's what caused it. So I'm back on my bullshit. And I think I just went a minute there without taking a breath. But the point is when I felt better, I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy the flight. And I, spur of the moment, bought the flight to Europe. It's a one-way ticket. And I'm nervous and excited and all these different things, but it should be really fun. And I don't really know how long I'm going to stay there. I think I'll stay with Dom and John for maybe 2 weeks or so and then go from there. So if you live in Europe or know anyone that does, that has a couch that would let me stay there for a few nights, that would be really cool. Otherwise, I'm going to be chilling in some hostels. And actually, I've been reading this book right here. It's called Vagabonding. I'm actually going to Vagabonding, an Uncommon Guide to the Art of Long-Term World Travel. And that, along with a few other podcasts, have been kind of my inspiration for the trip. I'm going there. I would like to take some photos and make videos and things like that when I'm there, but it's more for a life experience. Okay, wait, I think I have to sync it up again. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, had some technical difficulties. But what I was saying is that this trip is more of a life experience for me. I haven't done much traveling. I'm looking to go far outside of my comfort zone and meet new people and try new things and all those sorts of travel cliches. But I'm trying to do it on an extremely low budget. I don't have that much money, and my goal is to go until I really don't have enough. Well, I have enough money to get a plane ticket back and then basically get home and have no money. And I'm not starting with a lot of money. I don't really know if it's appropriate to talk about like how much, but let's just say if my MacBook Pro were to break, I don't know if I could get a new one. So you can kind of guess what my savings is like from that. And I'm just thinking about money right now. And I recently got a credit card. Dude, this thing keeps messing up. On the topic of money, I recently got a credit card, and that shit is so crazy. Like, I totally understand how people go into debt because it doesn't even feel like you're spending anything. Even like I recently started using Apple Pay, and you just go up to it and you're just like, touch it, and it doesn't feel like you're spending money. And I never normally carry cash, so I'm used to using a debit card, but the credit card feels like you're spending someone else's money, which is not true, but it's just a slippery slope and it's dangerous. But yeah, I want to actually talk more about this book because I kind of breezed over it. But really, it's all about traveling on a low budget. And I think I'm pretty much going to be on a sort of a peanut butter and jelly diet while I'm in Europe. Fun fact, I've also never bought bread. So maybe the first time that I buy bread will be in Europe. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to expect from it. I'm trying to keep an open mind. I'm definitely a little bit nervous, but I'm sure it'll work out fine. I'm sure Dom and John will kind of show me the ropes, and then from there, I'll be able to go off on my own and figure things out. But it's scary, but I'm getting a little bit nervous even talking about it. I think my biggest fear is like running out of money, which is, I think, irrational because I have access to my savings and I can see how much I have, so I just have to plan accordingly. And then worst case scenario, I have a credit card so I can get a one-way flight back. Or worst case scenario, if something horrible happens, I could start a GoFundMe, and I'm sure that I could get enough friends to donate to get me a plane ticket back, and then I could pay them back or something like that. And then this is probably the most exciting thing in the video. I'm finally selling prints. I'm going to sell them on this website called Darkroom. They're not up yet. I'm going to probably do a whole video about that. But the idea with the prints is it's going to be from the trips I went on this past summer and just all my favorite photos. And if you would like to purchase one, it will be in direct support of my trip to Europe. So you will be contributing to my stay in a hostel, my food, my plane ticket, my train ticket. So if you would like to support me, that would be amazing. I've never really sold anything via YouTube or any of that stuff. So I'm nervous to see how it goes, but hopefully if you have enough money, you purchase something, or if you like my photos enough, you purchase it. And I leave March 31st. So that gives me, let me check the date today. I think that gives me 40 days or less than 40 days. And from this point, I'm just trying to make as much money as possible. Like after this, I'm going to donate plasma, and I'm also driving for DoorDash. So if you live in my area and need a food delivery, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited. This whole Europe thing is something that I've wanted to do for probably the past 3 years, and now I'm actually doing it, which is in some moments exciting and scary, but it feels good that I finally, gosh, okay, the webcam cut out again. Christian says meditation. I'm still doing meditation a lot. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I am realizing one thing, that people they'll meditate if they want to meditate. I'm kind of done telling people to meditate, or I'm going to try and lay back on it, because it's one of those things that everyone knows it's good for them, but so few people do it. But I don't know if I want to be like the meditation guru type guy. I watched this Netflix documentary about cults, and I was like, being a YouTuber seems a lot like being a cult leader, and that's not really my cup of tea. I'm not interested in that. So I'll try and keep the videos lighthearted and not talk about meditation or anything like that. If you're interested in meditation, go do it. Go figure it out yourself. That's about all on that front. Charlie said, weird shit you want to do in Europe while traveling solo. We all know you're hitting the red light district first. Funny you say that. My first ever album or CD that I got was Ludacris's Red Light District, which is pretty crazy in and of itself. But I never really knew what the Red Light District is. Now I know. So, maybe maybe I'll stop in there. Like I said, I really don't have too much of a plan in the vagabonding book. It really just talks about kind of going with the flow and the serendipity of travel and meeting other people that are traveling. So I'm going to try and do that as best as possible. I've also done a pretty good job, I would say, of putting out on social media that, hey, I'm going to be in Europe. Hey, if you know anybody or know anyone that would be willing to let someone stay on their couch, just kind of put out the bat signal, if you will. I'm also realizing I'm screwing up so much on my words because I'm still a little bit sick and I have like phlegm in the back of my throat. I also have a bit of I have a pimple on my nose, so that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty much getting to the point where I should stop talking. I'm talking about my facial acne and pimples and stuff like that. Other than that, prints, if you are interested in getting a print from me, the best way to find out about that will be my email newsletter. That's the way that I'll announce it. I guess I'll talk about this while I'm here too, is I don't really want to use social media too much when I'm on the trip because it kind of brings you back home in your head and you're seeing what people at home are doing, get a little bit of FOMO if all my friends are hanging out. So I'm going to stay away from Instagram and Twitter. At least I'm going to try to. Maybe go on there every few weeks or so. So if you're interested in keeping up with my travels, the best way would be the email newsletter, anhuddy.com/newsletter. Sign up just once a month, all that sort of fun stuff. And then the prints when that comes around, which I'm really excited for. I think some of the pictures will be really cool as prints. A lot of drone photos of Upper Michigan and my adventures. So it would be very cool. It would be very, very cool if you were able to support me, but also I understand most of the people that watch these videos are my age and money's a little bit tight. Like I said, I totally get it. I'm going to donate plasma right after this. And yeah, I think that's it. I've talked in circles a little bit. I drank too much coffee, but I thought it would be fun to do this and I had a good time, but I'm going to leave now. I will talk to you at another point. And if you made it all the way to the end, thank you very much. And I hope you have a good day. So, see ya.